one of the beautiful things that I see with what we do in our companies is that when we see people like that, they become managing directors. Mm-hmm. We say, you know what? Absolutely. Don't go reinvent the wheel. Come partner with us and let's go and change lives, right?
This is always an interesting one, right? So coached a lot of teams. Mm-hmm. Everybody, for whatever reason, at some point in their mind, even if we've talked about it at the very beginning, believes that they're going to get out of production, that they are quite literally going to sit on the beach and drink pina coladas and it's all going to roll in and everything's going to be just wonderful. Yeah. And the first step to that is, all right, I'm going to ease out of production and my agents are going to be doing all of the prospecting and my marketing team is going to be doing all of the lead generation.
Yeah.
Do I need to stay in production as a team leader or can I go just be an operator?
Mm-hmm. You know, honestly, that is a really hard question for people to try to answer in this sense, because I believe you have to grow your team large enough that it's really a brokerage. Honestly, that's what it is. If you're able to get out of production, it's called a brokerage. It's not a team. It's a team masked as a brokerage. Just so you know, that is a big challenge. You know that was something as an evolution that I've done and I did. But what I ended up doing though is I had to dismantle my team because I realized that the only way that I was going to impact more people's lives is if I took the mentality of what I was doing with that team to the brokerage level. And one of the beautiful things that I see with what we do in our companies is that when we see people like that, they become managing directors. Mm-hmm. We say, you know what? Absolutely. Don't go reinvent the wheel. Come partner with us and let's go and change lives, right? And so I love that when you have a brokerage that is constantly looking at your growth, you're always going to have room to grow. You're always going to have an opportunity for the next level of success for you. And it doesn't have to be, and I've never been a fan of going and reinventing the wheel. I never wanted to have that. I wanted to always be a part of a team. I always wanted to be a part of somebody that was doing something bigger than me. That's why I love sports. And I think, unfortunately, so many people think that they have to reinvent the wheel in order for them to see or feel or experience the success that they truly desire, when it's already in your face, more than likely. It's already that person right there that you can say, you know what? I'm ready for the next level. What does that look like? Can you help me get there? Mm-hmm. And when you can do that, I think, once again, that's when you really start to see tremendous success. When you do stop selling, though, this is what I had a great conversation with James, our managing director, is that he saw calling in his life to do that. He had a calling in his life to be a manager, right? And one of the hardest things that I told him is that you're going to pour into these other people. You're going to help them be tremendously successful. And they're going to financially be way more successful than you will ever be. Unfortunately, that's one of the trade-offs that you put into it. Mm. Now, eventually, the payoff is down the line and you have that vision for it. But I'm just going to let you know that if money is a driver for you, you better don't sign up for the job.
No.
Don't sign up for the job. Don't try to create a team, because if you're doing it for the money, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. And so when we take that down to then the individual real estate agent team, right? The reality is this, stay in production. You have to continue to make rain. One of the values that you bring, part of your value proposition for any team leader, is that, hey, listen, I'm gonna bring people on to my organization that are not blessed with the talent to make rain. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to give them the teaching and the coaching and the motivation to do a better job. And you're going to have an impact on their entire life.
Yeah.
You have to continue to make rain because, number one, you are the rainmaker.
Yeah.
And then number two, so I know we got to wrap this thing up, but I do want one last question.
Okay.
3 top reasons why most teams fail.